Welcome back to the Urban Debate. Tensions have been running high in Maharashtra after a 35-feet statue of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, which was erected on a raised platform along the seaside walls of the Rajkot fortress, collapsed just 2 days ago. The collapse controversy took an ugly turn today after cadre of the Shiv Sena UBT clashed, as you can see on your screens, with supporters of the BJP and the Mahayuti alliance inside the Rajkot fortress. The Maha Vikas Aghadi today launched protests across Maharashtra, including Malvan, holding the Shinde government responsible for the incident. But the situation went out of control when Uddhav Sena leader Aditya Thackeray arrived at the fort when BJP leader and Sindhudurg MP Narayan Rane was already inspecting the site. The result is what you see on your screens. Criticizing the BJP for the scuffle, the opposition has said that it is trying to cover up the sins of the ruling alliance and corruption in the statue's work. This while the ruling Mahayuti alliance has maintained its stance that it was a calamity, not a corruption, that led to the fall of the statue in the region. Let's listen in to what we got to know in terms of reactions from the ground.
Man is a shameless, wily politician. You can see it on his face. To say that something good can come out of is absolute shamelessness, and the whole government is now pushing it on the Indian. How bad can politicians go? How low can they fall? I think that is the question today.
Only within a year the statue has collapsed.
Not within a year. This is 8 months. They had asked for repairs in June as well. What have they done then? They are trying to take money out of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj's statues. This is the level of corruption. The BJP has delayed Dr. Ambedkar's memorial in Mumbai. They've delayed Shiv Sena in Mumbai. Now they are indulged in corruption here. How long will the BJP fall?
छत्रपति शिवाजी महाराज की प्रतिमा जिस तरह से इनके भ्रष्टाचार के वजह से, क्योंकि ये सरकार केंद्र की हो या राज्य की सरकार, भ्रष्टाचार के सिवाय इनको कुछ आता नहीं, और ये भ्रष्टाचार की वजह से महाराष्ट्र के दैवत छत्रपति शिवाजी महाराज का भी अवमान, विचारों का अवमान करने में ये लोग कदापि पीछे नहीं रहे। कल की घटना महाराष्ट्र के लिए, महाराष्ट्र की जनता के लिए दुर्दैवी घटना है, और ये सरकार को अब कोई माफ नहीं करेगा। ये सरकार ने ही अब कुर्सी छोड़ के भागना चाहिए, नहीं तो लोग इनको अब कुर्सी से खींचकर इनको सत्ता के बाहर करें।
Mahavikas Aghadi wanted to remove a morcha. They were given a permission at morning 2 o'clock. What time did they reach here? Was 12 o'clock. This face-off could have been avoided if they started their morcha on the due time at 10 o'clock, which they had a permission of. All these leaders took their own time to reach the venue at 12 o'clock. That is why this was all created. So we all have to come together, leave politics aside. Everyone in their own position should come together and ensure that the statue stands in due course of time at the earliest. We already are in contact with the Navy people and the concerned people. See, whoever did this kind of, low quality work are going to be
Incommunicado now.
Yeah, exactly. So they will be hunted, they will be brought to arrest, and they will be punished. No one going to take their side because they are the culprits.
बोलते कि कुछ मिसअंडरस्टैंडिंग इसके बारे में हो गई होगी, इसलिए ये न्यूज़ आ गई। तो इसके बारे में बहुत सारे लोगों ने, जो विरोधी पक्ष की इस बारे में एक प्रेस हुई थी, उसमें भी बहुत सारी चीज़ें कही गई। तो मुझे ये जाहिर खुलासा करना है कि जो भी मैंने वहाँ बोला है वो क्लियर था कि जो घटना हो गई बहुत ही अनफॉर्चुनेट या दुर्दैवी है। तो जो बुरा कुछ घटता है तो उससे कुछ अच्छा भी निकल के आ सकता है। तो पहले नेवल किंग होने के उनकी कैपेसिटी में उनका जो स्टैचू है वो भी बहुत बड़ा है, ये हमारी सबकी इच्छा थी। और अनफॉर्चुनेटली अगर ये हो ही गया है तो वहाँ पे एक 100 फीट का स्टैचू बनाया जाए।
So, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to have a very short and quick face-off right now, being joined by two representatives of two parties which call themselves the Shiv Sena. Krishna Hegde, spokesperson of the Shiv Sena Eknath Shinde faction. We have Sekhar, spokesperson of the Shiv Sena UBT faction. There are two parties who claim to be Shiv Senics, who have literally named their party after Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, I want to understand which party can really claim to be the true heirs or the true inheritors of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj's legacy. Let's go across to Krishna Hegde, spokesperson who's joining us of the Shiv Sena faction. Mr. Hegde, was this scuffle really necessary at this point? I mean, if Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj would probably care about his statue, because I don't think an icon such as him really needs a statue to be remembered or to be immortalized. But this ugly fracas that we saw today in his name by two members of the alliances who claim that we are the biggest Shivaji Bhakts there are, was that really necessary?
Ritangshu, first let me tell you that for us, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj is God and we revere him. And this unfortunate thing happened, but we will build a magnificent statue back in place and attack with time. Secondly, these people who are saying that it is corruption here, let me clearly tell you the contribution of the state government towards the Navy who erected and commissioned the statue. And we are not in the Navy as we are proud nationalists. And we take the onus and responsibility on ourselves. This statue cost 2.5 crore rupees from the state government. Now, who's talking about corruption? Uddhav Thackeray's party, who ruled the Mumbai Municipal Corporation for 40 years at a budget of 40,000 rupees a year and cannot fix one proper road, one proper pothole, one give proper drinking water, indulging in huge large-scale corruption of 40,000 crores a year, blaming us for corruption on a 2.5 crore statue which we have not built. This is the irony of the fact, what they're saying. Secondly, they were given, like Ritesh Raneji, who is the MLA there, local MLA, said that this faction of the Sena was given time of 10 a.m. to there and inspect and whatever, pay their respects, blessings, take their blessings. But what did they do? They came at the time when our party leaders, the Bharatiya Janata Party leaders, were there at the site to create a nuisance there and to create a fracas. Now, people of Maharashtra know very clearly that this is the government which works 24/7, and we are giving them the best schemes, whether it's the Lake Ladli, the Ladli, the Vayashri Yojana for senior citizens, whether it is the free travel for in ST buses, whether it is free education for the girl child, whether it is subsidy for the farmers in terms of electricity, whether it is the farmers getting a package to the center and the state government. This government under Eknath Shindeji's leadership
I'm
is
not,
working
Mr.
24/7.
Hegde, I'm not countering. I'm not
And-
rebutting you on
and
those
the other
points.
side,
I
and
just
on
want to
the
keep the
side.
focus on this
No,
because this is a very short.
Ritangshu, and on the other
This,
side,
this
this
just because this is a very short debate, I
Agadi-
want to keep the focus on this touch.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we will.
Mahavasuli Agadi, that is the charge being leveled against. Okay, we have got a point, Mr. Hegde ji. Chandrasekhar ji, the charge is that okay, this is a statue which cost 2.5 crores. It should not have collapsed. It has collapsed. Accountability will be fixed. Mistakes happen. What's important are mistakes are corrected and they're not rectified here. And the charge coming in is that Mahavasuli Agadi should have no locus standi to even comment when it comes to charges of corruption. How does your party respond?
The charges of corruption are very clear. If you see for last 1.5 years and 2 years, the charges against this government are very much terrible charges have been made against this government by the opposition. And if you see the law and order situation in this state, the law and order situation has also collapsed. And today, what we are seeing that all the cadres of the parties are on fighting each other, and this is in a complete failure of the government to maintain law and order. And very basic thing is that this statue was inaugurated the visitation of Mr. Narendra Modi, Prime Minister of our nation.
No,
and this statue has been
Navy
built.
Day commissioned by the Indian Navy. Let him add that. He is
It is-
forgetting
it
to
is-
add that.
No,
it-
एक second.
it-
No, so
it
see,
is-
that's
it is-
my point. That's the problem, Mr. Hegde ji. It doesn't happen. You can't have it both ways. When it comes to inaugurating something, the Prime Minister inaugurates a statue, as you see on your screens. We'll just put those visuals out again.
Ritangshu, we
The
take
Prime Minister
business for this.
inaugurates it. He comes up with a grand speech. It's in about optics. Everyone understands that the Prime Minister
Ritangshu-
is doing such a big thing and his government party
Ritangshu,
is
you will let
inaugurating
me
the statue.
speak,
But when
please.
it falls, you say we didn't build it.
No. Let me say, we are not
Yes, go on.
blaming
I was
anybody.
asking a question, Mr. Hegde. Let
We
me finish
take
the
the
question,
onus
then you
and
can speak.
responsibility. We take the onus and responsibility. The people who built the statue and the contractor who built the statue and the structural engineer, FIRs are lodged on them. They are run.
Now
They will
let
be
me
arrested,
say,
and we
let
will
me
build
say
a
everything
glorious
is being
100
built.
feet
One second,
statue
Mr.
Is
Jha. Let
collapsing.
Mr. Hegde complete his point, then you go on. Yeah.
We will build a glorious
Mr. Jha,
statue of
एक second.
Chhatrapati
Mr. Jha,
Shivaji
just one
Maharaj
second.
and give him the honor which he so much deserves. Now there is no need to do politicking on this and talk
Okay.
about corruption, and we don't want these charges coming from corrupt people who made even money in COVID body bags and khichdi scam, which is there in front of the entire Maharashtra. The only problem here is just because they are going to lose the next election, from day one since our government has come, they are going on attacking us, making baseless allegations, but we do not care. We work for the people of Maharashtra and we give justice to the people of Maharashtra. We are a government which works 24 by 7 and not a Facebook live government
Okay.
as was there in the past. And Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj statue
Okay,
will be a
Mr.
reality.
Okay, Mr. Jha, I'll let you have the last word before I move on. Mr. Jha, please have the last word.
Yes, this is the ego of the government that they are going to come in the next elections, which we can see very fairly making statements here. Further, this kind of corruption and the historical taintment of all the luminaries of history being done by BJP and their allies are being continuously done. And in any manner, what you are seeing today, that this is the legitimate corruption which has happened, and this government is going to go by this.
Ritangshu, let them talk about their own corruption now. What about Mumbai
I mean,
streets?
that's.
What about Mumbai water supply? What about what they did in COVID?
But
Did they
I
not
don't
take money
understand.
out of khichdi and
BMC is being
medicine?
run by your.
No, that is
Mr.
now
Hegde
since
ji,
the
it's a
last one and
triple
a
inch
half
sarkar
years.
right now in
I'm talking
Maharashtra. What
about
are you
40
asking?
years. I'm talking about 40 years of corruption of these people.
Arey, sir.
Not now.
Arey, 40 years, your party was also with Mr. Uddhav Thackeray ji, no? Anyway,
No,
see, that's the point. We come back to the same arguments of for 40, 70 saal kya hua, 40 saal kya hua. The fact still remains that right now the
No,
accountability needs to be fixed here.
we
And we'll
commit to
see
build
when,
a
if and when
glorious
elections are
statue.
held in Maharashtra, we'll find out who people actually believe to be the real heirs of Shiv Sena. But thank you so much, Mr. Hegde and Mr. Shah, for joining me on this very short face-off at this point.